Hey again, it's Micah with Mastery, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the options for Memberium controlling content inside of your WordPress site based off of your Infusionsoft data, or I should say your customers' Infusionsoft record. Now I've got a few pages here, you might have seen them in some of the other videos, but let's say you had a course and then there were multiple parts to the course, like multiple weeks or module 1, module 2, whatever it is you want to do. I'll show you some of the options here. Now in this test site I'll go ahead and log in, and I've got a member here who has access to most of that stuff. So let me log in as them and we'll see the main content. So at its most basic, you're controlling the whole page. Here's week 1, 2, and 3 and they're showing up. So the public user saw the course material, and I'll open some of these. They saw the course material because the course material was not protected at all, and that's with kind of the basic idea that this is actually going to be an overview of the course, and the actual content itself, the videos, let's say, would be on the individual pages. So let's say we had video 1 was here, video 2, and so forth. Now again, like I said, this one would be open. Let's say that on the video 1 page, though, instead of hiding it completely when someone didn't have access, or maybe the video 3, let's say on video 3 we wanted a teaser or an excerpt. So I'm going to go ahead and put video 3 in here. It's protected here. When I want an excerpt, what I need to do is change this where it says when prohibited redirect. I want to actually say show excerpt only, and then the excerpt will be under here. If you don't see it under there, you might need to click on screen options and check the box for the excerpt. But now I can put non-member video 3. So this could even be a teaser, 30 seconds long or something. So this is where I'm saying you can show this content. It would appear to public users, the search engines, all that good stuff, and then the actual video 3 content would be here. So let me go ahead and update this page, and to my member here who has access to that, if I hit F5 to refresh, nothing really will have changed. So to this person, nothing's different, still the same thing. Now if I were to take this link and go into another browser, let's say Chrome for example, I'll go ahead and load that. You can see for this other person who's not logged in, they're getting the non-member video, the teaser. So that's one way to do it. You can use the excerpt. That's kind of a level where, okay, the page exists, you have member and non-member content. If you wanted to take it a little deeper, let's say in video 2, we wanted to take it even deeper than that. We wanted to say, well, let's go ahead and show the excerpt, okay? And or in fact, let's say with video 2, we're not even going to protect it, totally unprotected, so it doesn't really matter what we're doing here, but we are still going to protect it. We'll just do it now with a shortcode. And if you go to the Memberium site and you go under documentation and you go into these shortcodes, what we're looking for in this case is a content protection shortcode. So it will be content visibility, and there's a couple of these here. One is, are they logged in? Do they have the tag? Facebook crawler access. Let me kind of demonstrate a couple. So the logged in is kind of the most simple. It's saying, okay, well, inside of video, week 2 here, let's not necessarily show things to people, in a completely public manner. Let's though at least say, okay, if you're logged in is what this is saying, then go ahead and show you this content. So we'd say, okay, video 2, it's not completely public, they do have to log in, but it's not protected. So we'd say video 2 unprotected is here, meaning, or for logged in users only. But you can also use this other shortcode here, which is the has any tag shortcode, and you can show it to a particular tag. And so if I were to take this, and let's see, we're on video 2, then I could say, here's a video 2 kind of unprotected, but for logged in users only. Or I could say, well, here's a video 2, so full access video 2 could go here. And then right here where it's saying, if they don't have this tag, this is where you could even embed this whole, if they're logged in kind of a thing. So you could say, if they don't have this tag, which is what else means. So if they have the tag, give the full access. If they don't have the tag, well then, if they are also logged in, then give them the unprotected access. But then if they're not logged in, they don't get anything at all. So there's different ways to embed these things. You could also write this exact same thing a little more simply, saying, well, if they're logged in, show just video 2. If they have the tag, show the full access video 2. But in the case where someone's logged in and has the tag, it would show both. And that's why it was useful here to kind of double embed this. So saying, you know, if they're logged in and have the tag here, if they're logged in don't have the tag here, and then you could even, if you wanted to, say, you know, if they're public, something completely different. So if I go back to this is logged in shortcode, you can see there's also an else available for it. So if I use kind of the bigger version of this shortcode, I could put that inside of, and I believe it's right here, I could put that larger version of the shortcode. I'll give myself a little room in there. So I'm saying, okay, you know, video 2 is only for here. If you don't have the tag, well, then there's two options. If you are logged in, we'll have some logged in content. If you don't have the tag and you're not logged in, which is, you know, obviously pretty much everyone else, show this stuff. And again, it's kind of funky because you could embed it this way. This would work just fine, and it would act about the exact same if you were to embed it just a little bit differently and say, well, instead of this being inside this other shortcode, I'm going to put this other shortcode. So I'd say non-member but logged in video. I could put this shortcode inside of the logged in shortcode. So if you look at this one, it's saying, you know, if logged in, else if not logged in, or whatever. This is again a three-part shortcode. I could say, well, if they're logged in and they have the tag, give them full access. If they don't, give them partial access. But again, none of this shortcode is even going to fire unless they first fall into this category of being logged in, between the logged in and the else. First it's saying if you're logged in, then it's evaluating a second time saying if you have this tag or not. So there's layers and there's kind of options on how you can do this, but hopefully that explains some of them a little bit, and I'll show you the idea here. So we've got a tag ID that we're referencing here. You can always go get that from Infusionsoft, but also on the membership pages it will tell you what that is. So my level 2 page here was originally protected by the test 11. So what I'm saying is if I wanted that test 11 tag right here, if I wanted it to work there, I would use its tag ID, which is 1131. So I'm saying, you know, inside of my little shortcode here, we're getting a little crazy, but we're saying if they have tag 1131, meaning if they have the test 11 membership, give them full access. On top of this, there are a couple other things in the content protection. If you were to protect it, so for example, week 1 here is protected. If you were to protect it, but then check the box for Google First Click Free and check the box for Facebook crawler access, what this means is it's going to let the Facebook crawler, you know, the thing that goes through and indexes content, it'll let it find your content and put a record or kind of a preview record of it onto Facebook so people can click over your content. If you do the Google First Click Free, then it's actually going to index your content in Google, and when a user clicks from Google, you know, they search for whatever, they click, they land on your membership page, it will give them that first click, or in other words, that first page load. It will let them do that for free. It won't require a membership. And then what happens is when they go to other pages, it will interrupt them like normal. It just lets them consume that first piece to kind of hook them, with the idea that if you have teaser content and other stuff around, they will probably upgrade and buy your membership. So both are really good for SEO and attracting traffic. Hopefully that was helpful. Let us know if you have any questions. But again, there's multiple levels to content. There's fully unprotected, you know, unprotected normally, or with these things enabled, and then there's all the shortcode stuff you can do, which you can decide, you know, are they logged in, do they have this tag or not. It can get a little complicated if you want it to, or you can keep it simple, but it does give you the possibility to do what you'd like to do. Thanks again for watching, and have a great one.